So before I start this, actually, I'm just gonna search something up for you guys to see. Called pro forma. I was reading this book. Sorry, wrong one. Pro forma meaning and what it means. Let me just read it out because I'm gonna make reference to it. Pro forma basically is saying, "Oh, I could have done this, but this is what would have happened if I had done this or this or this." Okay, so let's start with GU. On the weekly, we can see that 1.42 holds again. Essentially, this you can see this has been a big, massive breakdown for us in past times, and we failed to go above it again. We have come across it, and this has been we couldn't quite breach those post-Brexit levels, pre-Brexit levels, as you can see. So we'll see what happens with the comic coin. But let's look at what happened this week. So as you can see, we started off with the doji right there. And then that level, we never reached that level again. You can see 1, 2, 3 strikes into the high. We had the meltdown in the 4 hour time frame. Let's go for the 8 hour. You can see clearly, okay, I got steps in, you can see. We had the first tap, second tap, third tap, strike. In the 4 hour, same thing. 3 minute formation. A lovely shooting star. And that was the third tap. And of course, we know this impulsive move was as a result of the Fed changing their tone and that giving the dollar index strength. We'll see how that impacted other currency pairs. But that's essentially what happened. And then it was done and gone. 1.4 was smashed, 1.39 was smashed, 1.38 was also smashed just on Friday. And I would like to see some kind of retracement to at least these levels right there. If you can see these levels that we've gone to, this one right there, and that one. Some kind of retracement, as you can see, we've had something not too bad already. Let's get something there next week, but we'll talk about that later. And then we have GJ. So same story, but this was completely different. We breached previous we breached previous weekly highs, as you can see. This was strictly indecisive. Personally, when I saw that, I was like, okay, it is time. Like, if you look at this, when I saw this on Monday, it's like, okay, we're finally out of this consolidation and it's time for us to head higher. Then on the daily, this is what we then did. We did a doji, spiked above a doji. I was like, okay, that's a bit weird, but I still like this rejection. That is what I actually said. I said I still like this rejection. Next day was an inside bar and a shooting star, but I almost read it wrong. Now, if you look at it from the color, this is an inside bar for the bearish inside bar. Like at least that's how I would see. I almost like looked at it as this, and this was the day of the FOMC. So you can see that the impact it had on GJ was the next day. What I did was I was looking. I almost took a long from up here. I would have been one of those people trapped in this long. Well, not trapped because I would have had my stops below there, but I would have been taken out pretty quickly. But then I looked at the bias of the market and I was like, no. So what really happened? That inside bar, look at it on the 8 hour. We retested that daily level on the 4 hour, as you can see as well. One, two, three dojis in a row. That tells you that this is an important. What level is that? 155. So 155 was a key level that then provided us with the momentum to head low, as you can see. First tap, second tap, we gone from that level. Now, I was trying to do something during the week of, well, if I had taken this trade or that trade, I could be up $100, whatever. But I didn't. If you didn't take the trade, guys, and this is I'm talking to myself while I say this, don't say I could have, because you didn't. Don't fucking do that shit. If you didn't do it, it's cool, but you didn't do it. Live with your mistakes. You didn't make money, you didn't make money. And as for gold, this fucker. So on the weekly, as you can see, this is ugly. It's just plain ugly. We never breached. We never breached above. You can barely see that the open just a smudge, but that was not really what happened. Looking at the daily, like that is not what's the word fair to it. Because as you can see, we had that meltdown from 1875, but that meltdown brought us into 1850, and that gave us a nice, pretty good move back to 1870. Personally, this then gave us a nice move. If you look at the 30-minute, a nice short back into that 1850 region, 1853. And I was looking to take this long. All was going good until the FMC meeting. And I would have taken this long if I didn't mess up with the lot sizes. I have to be more detailed and careful and pay attention to the fine details. But why was I looking for this? Well, if you look at this, I'm like, okay, we're pretty extended. It's giving us this nice impulsive move and this nice retracement. And now we are consolidating. One thing I could have done is, okay, there's pretty big news that everyone's been talking about. So why not just wait? Right? I wanted to take the trade. I guess I can say I was fortunate that I messed up that, but that is what happened. And as you can see, that then provided us with the meltdown. This was a nice level to take, load up on shorts if you wanted to catch it, I guess, which was on Friday today. And this was also a nice tracement, but you can see in literally 5 minutes, if we go to the 5 minute time frame, we had that move. When it came out, had a move of literally 160 pips in 5 minutes. Holy shit. 160 pips. So what do I expect for this? We'll see on the next video. But moral of this video for me is don't make excuses for yourself. You didn't do it, you didn't do it. You didn't work out, you didn't work out. Oh, I could have had abs. I just didn't work out. Does that make fucking sense? I could have made money, I just didn't take the trades. Like you say, expect nothing from the market. Expect to show up every day. Don't expect to make excuses for yourself. I know it sounds cringy and all, but it's the truth. I'll see y'all tomorrow.